If this Christmas doesn't play out really well, I'm not having Christmas as a family anymore after this.
Why Kody Brown will never take responsibility, and how that's destroying his family. We've got so much to dive into today, so let's not waste any time. Let's jump straight into it. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Elena here, and welcome back to my channel Reality Nexus X. Guess it didn't go well. This is Kody's infamous talking head during the tree peeling scene with Gabe and Garrison. One can only hope he's taken time to reflect, especially now, after Garrison's passing. But if history is any indication, Kody's internal monologue is just silence. The man genuinely believes he holds zero responsibility for the collapse of his family. In his head, he and Garrison were fine. It was everyone else who failed him. Kody Brown, a man so allergic to accountability, you'd think self-reflection was toxic. He's been incapable of introspection for his entire adult life, and there's no sign that'll change now. Redemption? Not in the cards. The unraveling of this family sits squarely on his shoulders, and let's not pretend Robyn doesn't deserve a seat at the table too. Her manipulative streak plays perfectly into Kody's narcissism. They're a match made in emotional dysfunction, and no, they won't change. Ever. Kody will absolutely blame others for his fractured relationship with Garrison. Christine badmouthed him. Janelle didn't make the boys reconcile. Of course, in his mind, it was her job to fix everything, even his own broken connection with his sons. I wouldn't be surprised if that's exactly what pushed my Keltie to cut him off too. Imagine trying to tell a grieving mother that she is the reason her son didn't speak to his father. If I were Janelle, I'd have reached across that table and yanked out what few wisps of hair he has left. You can see the love Janelle's kids have for her in even the smallest interactions. You never see that warmth with Kody. Why? Because he doesn't care. He really doesn't. After Garrison's death, all he could muster was some throwaway comment about wishing they could grab a beer and he could make me laugh. Really, Kody? Alcohol, the very thing that played a role in Garrison's death, and your biggest wish is that he could entertain you? Not I wish I could hug him, or I wish I told him I respected him as a man. No, it's always about Kody. No effort to console Gabe. No attempt to heal. He widened every rift, between himself and the boys, between Truly and my Keltie, and somehow, in his mind, they abandoned him. You will never see true self-awareness from a narcissist. Kody's a covert narcissist. Robyn's an inverted one. A perfect storm of ego and victimhood. They may say the right words, but only when it makes them look good. It's all theater. Too many people still don't understand narcissism. It's the one disorder that can't be treated unless the person wants help, which they never do. Admitting fault would shatter their fragile egos. So instead, they turn everyone around them into supporting characters in their never-ending tragic play. It's funny, isn't it? Kody is offended that Janelle and Christine dared to spend Christmas together without him, as if his absence was some kind of punishment. Buddy, no one's missing you. They're having a peaceful Christmas. You're the one sulking on Mount Crumpet with headwife Robyn and her eternal toddlers. He thinks saying, "I won't do Christmas with you anymore," is a threat. It's giving "you can't fire me, I quit" energy. Classic Kody. Emotionally stuck at 12, stomping off because he didn't get his way. And yeah, he's more than just a turd. He's the poster child for patriarchal entitlement, believing wives should submit without question. Robyn's his salacious crumb, hyping up every delusion he clings to. Pity your daughters, being raised with that toxic nonsense. Oh, and happy birthday to whoever gets to spend this holiday without him. Imagine being a father whose son died by suicide, and having video evidence of all the moments you dismissed, ignored, or emotionally punished him. No, I'm not saying it's entirely Kody's fault, but his estrangement from Garrison clearly mattered. And he knew it, he just didn't care. He chose to be a terrible father. And now his kids have moved on. New father figures, new peace, his absence, a blessing. Even that infamous sibling group chat for the Christmas gift exchange made it clear Kody's out, and he still doesn't get it. The irony? He's the one mourning the loss of a family he discarded. Everyone else is doing just fine. Robyn's story about being rejected? It's one big lie, and it's tearing her family apart. Which is it, Robyn? I'm getting whiplash on my 714th rewatch. 1 minute you're sobbing that you and your precious tenders were cruelly rejected by the family, and the next you're crying because you don't get to spend the holidays with the very same people who sadly shunned you for a decade. Make it make sense. Maybe your new PR team can help you line up the lies next time. Let's get real. It's becoming obvious that this isn't about your kids being rejected. It's about you feeling left out. The truth? The Brown kids accepted your children more than they ever accepted you. We've seen them call your kids their brothers and sisters, talk about how much they love and miss them. But when it comes to you, crickets, and maybe that's why you didn't want them all hanging out, not because your kids were mistreated, but because they'd see you for who you really are. And let's not forget, you walked into a family with a dozen teens and thought you'd be instantly on par with the moms who raised them. Girl, teenage loyalty doesn't work like that, especially not for a stepmom who banned snacks at her house. Yeah, snacks. That's a surefire way to make a kid feel unwelcome. Robyn showed her true colors during the whole birth announcement mess. That's when the snowball of martyrdom started rolling. She claimed to want a relationship with Christine post-divorce, but when Christine said she just needed space, suddenly that became a personal attack. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. If Christine had said, "Yes, I want your kids in my life," you know Robyn would have made sure she never got the space to heal. This narrative Robyn's been spinning goes back years. She's clung to this idea of being mistreated by the family, while somehow also begging to be included. Classic contradiction. Oh, and remember how the OG kids were expected to bend over backwards for your kids, but not the other way around? They couldn't even joke with them without getting scolded. The double standards were glaring. But sure, let's pretend your kids were the only ones treated unfairly. Then there's Kody. Let's call him what he is, your human security blanket. While his relationships with his other kids crumbled, he happily camped at your house. During coronavirus, when his kids needed support, he got cold and distant, and your kids got all the attention. But go off about family unity, Robyn. And that adoption drama? Please. You didn't need to be legally married for him to adopt your kids in Nevada. That was a whole manipulative storyline to make yourself the legal wife. And then you stayed married. Shocking. It's like lie on lie on lie. If it was just paperwork, why not rotate wives and let someone else be legal next? And why, Robyn, would you want a man to adopt your kids into a family you claim never accepted them? Either they're unworthy or they're not. Pick a lane. This isn't just hypocrisy, it's a strategy, financial control, legitimacy, all under the veil of just looking out for the kids. Let's be real. The only thing you brought to family events was a day and relish tray. The others brought food, memories, and labor. But you cry on camera that you miss the family. Maybe what you miss is Christine's creeps and having the OG kids around to clean up your mess. And wasn't it you who kept canceling family gatherings because of tension? Girl, a family of 20+ people is supposed to have tension. But no, suddenly it's not safe to be around them. Funny how safety always means whatever suits you at the moment. The real kicker? Your dad did the same thing Kody's doing now, ditched his family and picked the new one. So of course you're clinging to being the chosen one. You're not trying to keep the family together, you're trying to keep yourself at the center. And when that strategy started to crumble, when Meri pieced out, Christine found actual happiness, and Janelle held her family close even in tragedy, you were left with nothing but Kody and a bunch of receipts that prove your version of the story doesn't hold up. So now what, Robyn? You wanted all the benefits of being the favorite wife and the authority over the others. But when no one wanted to play your game anymore, you were left holding the rubbery store-bought creeps and a lot of bitterness. Congratulations! You've kid around and found out. Here's what no one talks about. When doctors cross the line by commenting on a teen's appearance, it's not just unprofessional, it's downright disturbing. Did anyone else find Isabel's spine doctor unsettling? Every time he appeared, I felt uneasy. In episode 13x9, he remarked that Isabel was getting too beautiful and that this was dangerous. That comment was highly inappropriate. Then, of course, he, Kody, and Christine proceeded with the typical shotgun-ready joke, which only added to the discomfort. Professionals should be supporting a young woman dealing with insecurities, not making inappropriate remarks about her appearance. It's worth noting that such attitudes are not unique to this situation. When was the last time you heard an older woman make comments about a teenage boy being dangerous for his looks? It rarely happens and highlights a double standard. A recent survey found that women reported receiving the most attention from men around the age of 14. Many can relate to experiencing unwanted attention at that age, whether through catcalls or uncomfortable stares, especially while on family vacations. The experiences shared by many emphasize how pervasive and distressing such attention can be. Reflecting on my own daughter, now 16, I am grateful she has not encountered the kinds of predatory behavior I experienced as a teenager. My experience included multiple instances of molestation and inappropriate conduct by adults, including teachers. While this is only one perspective, it is encouraging to see signs of positive change. On a related note, some medical professionals have behaved unprofessionally. For example, I once had a doctor who, after a postnatal exam, made a highly inappropriate comment and gesture, which I found deeply disturbing even years later. Additionally, the practice of performing certain post-childbirth procedures without a woman's informed consent, supposedly to tighten the area for a partner's benefit, has caused significant pain and complications for many women. This practice is unethical and, in many places, now illegal. Adults commenting on the appearance of teenagers, especially when not family members, is deeply concerning. There are numerous reports of doctors and dentists making inappropriate remarks to young patients, which should never be tolerated. While it is understandable that some medical professionals may awkwardly acknowledge a patient's maturation, there is a clear line between observation and inappropriate commentary. Kody's acceptance of these remarks and Christine's behavior towards the doctor raise further concerns about the dynamics involved. It is vital to recognize the impact such behavior has on young individuals, many of whom endure physical and emotional distress due to inappropriate treatment or commentary. Conversely, professionals who focus on supporting young people by acknowledging their talents, creativity, and character provide the positive reinforcement that is truly needed. In conclusion, adults should refrain from commenting on the physical appearance of minors, especially in professional or casual contexts. Such remarks are unprofessional, harmful, and unacceptable. Those who fail to respect these boundaries should be met with appropriate disapproval. The way Kody treats Christine on Sister Wives isn't just unfair, it's emotionally abusive, and here's exactly why. Kody's treatment of Christine this season: absolutely sickening. Seriously, the guy spends the entire series humiliating her, camping episodes, tell-alls, you name it. And when Christine finally grows a spine, stands up for herself, and even admits to something humiliating he said, like him not being attracted to her, what does he do? Gets mad. Yes, mad. Because she told the kids she's pitting them against him? Because she's bad-mouthing him? It's insane. Meanwhile, Meri and Janelle are walking away, but Kody's still obsessing over Christine, yet he claims he never loved her. So he's telling the world he never loved the mother of his kids, but flips out because she tries to have an honest conversation about their divorce. Please. The dude is furious because he's lost control of the narrative. Classic coward move. Refuse to own being a terrible father and instead blame his wives for being bad sister wives. Then he hits peak manipulation, saying, "If she truly loved me, she'd stop trash talking." Oh, come on. Stop being a narcissistic deadbeat, and maybe your kids would actually like you. Wake up, Kody. It's not about Christine, it's about your pathetic ego. By his own ridiculous standard, if he truly loved Robyn, he'd stop trashing Christine. Spoiler, he doesn't. He's still trying to control her with his manipulative mind games. And get this, Christine's dad, Rex, says Kody called him sobbing, "I can't believe I lost her." This is the same tactic he used on Meri, sweet to her face, savage on the show. If Kody was actually self-aware, he wouldn't be acting like a middle schooler who got dumped and wants his ex back. But no, he's stuck in his delusions, utterly incapable of honest self-reflection. The real kicker? Kody's trash talk is just bitterness, while Christine sticks to the facts. But he's blind, only Robyn matters to him now. So much so that soon Robyn might need a shovel to dig him out from under her. Also, shout out to Janelle for finally calling Robyn out on her surprised Pikachu act. Acting clueless while everyone knows what's up. It's hilarious because Kody and Robyn act shocked Christine left out of the blue. Yet they've been hearing from the kids she wanted out for years. Talk about two-faced. And the whole "I never loved Christine" thing. It's exactly the opposite of how he really felt. His narcissism forces him into denial and contradiction, especially because Christine took her power back. Meanwhile, Robyn uses his need to please her like a weapon, fueling his god complex. Bottom line, Kody didn't love Christine, but he sure hated losing control. He married her for Mormon royalty status and a trophy wife, not for love. His jealousy, abuse, and humiliation were all about keeping her under his thumb. Yet now, she's free, thriving, and loved by the kids, something that burns Kody to his core. He's a pathetic, manipulative, fake patriarch who never wanted to work, always let his wives carry the load, and is now stuck with a manipulative, clueless favorite wife while the others walk away. Meanwhile, the whole family sees through him. And honestly, watching the House of Cards fall has been the best part of this entire train wreck. Christine was the first domino, and thank goodness she had the guts to walk away. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and much love to you all.